Happy St. Patrick's Day, a day for good luck and good drinks. And if you're a Bears fan who got emotionally attached to having Russell Wilson as the quarterback next year, let's hope those drinks are strong. The Bears sign a $10 million one-year deal to acquire Andy Dalton from the Cowboys. Dalton, who spent 9 years as the Bengals starter before moving to Dallas to be the backup behind Dak Prescott, only to take over in Week 5 against the Giants when Dak was injured at home. The future was uncertain going into the offseason for Chicago after the loss to New Orleans in January. Now it's far less uncertain and far less interesting. With the consensus being that Mitch Trubisky will not be in Chicago again next year, Nick Foles seemed to be taking the starting position. It's a similar predicament as last year between Foles and Trubisky, where we were unsure who the starter would be. Maybe this year, instead of asking who should be the QB, how about we ask who should be the new head coach or new GM? The reports were that Chicago aggressively pursued Russell Wilson, and Seattle wasn't interested in talking. I can appreciate that Ryan Pace shot for the moon with Russell Wilson, missed, and landed not among the stars, but among the Andy Daltons. Along with signing Dalton, Chicago re-signed Deion Bush, Jermaine Ifedi, Mario Edwards Jr., Pat O'Donnell, and Cairo Santos, kicker, punter, and safety. How inspiring. But Allen Robinson did get the franchise tag. Wonder what his thoughts are after hearing this a few days later. Did Bears fans have their hopes set a little too high when Russell Wilson expressed that Chicago was one of the 4 teams he'd be interested in going to? Yeah, definitely. Did they deserve to have the rug taken out from underneath them by the likes of Andy Dalton? No. Maybe I'm being harsh, and we'll be proven wrong by Dalton. Only time will tell. But we do know that the real winner here is Aaron Rodgers. We know he's at home right now laughing, knowing that his division opponents are Kirk Cousins, Jared Goff, and Andy Dalton. Adding insult to injury, Chicago doesn't have a draft pick to take on a hot young quarterback. So while they watch other teams develop rising stars, they'll be chugging along in a way that only the Bears could. But on the brighter side, if Dalton shows the flaws in Chicago's system, there could be a total overhaul going into the 2022 season that could potentially be the beginning of a better era. But it's all still so up in the air, and Dalton's going to have to work hard to win over Chicago, and even harder if he ever wants to bring home the MVP.